In the art world, you earn your chops a few different ways, and one of those ways is to get into juried art contests. And that's just the first hurdle. If the juror really likes your piece, you could even win an award. I heard about this contest in May, and I thought about it in May, and I thought about it in June. And then on June 28th, I started, exactly 1 month before the deadline. That should be okay. 4 weeks. I had a job, I was running a YouTube channel. It'd be fine. My plan was simple. I'd paint a still life, bowl of cherries in a crystal bowl, crystal tumbler, hand-painted tiles. Potentially complicated, but I've painted all those things before. Sort of. The paper didn't fit on the table where the camera was mounted. Well, no big deal. I just rotate the painting. It would fit the frame of the camera and frankly would be easier on my back. What I had not considered was that painting it sideways, even tilting my reference photo sideways, didn't make sense to my brain. It was like I was fighting gravity just to do this painting. With something shiny like cherries, you need to keep the highlights by keeping the paper white. You can use masking fluid. You get it right, nobody questions it. You get it wrong, and then you've got these ugly white blobs. Now, crystal is essentially invisible. It has no color of its own. It bends and reflects the color around it in the most complicated way possible. And I had 2 pieces of it. The tiles were hand painted, which means every single one is different, all with their own relief and reflections. And the cherries? Well, actually the cherries were the easy part. Now the trick to painting crystal is to think of it in terms of contrast. Where it's the lightest, leave the paper white. Next to it, you want some kind of a contrasting color. That way you get sparkle. What you can see about this bowl is that it's very complex in terms of the reflections. There are reflections inside reflections inside reflections. After about an hour of this, my eyes cross and I lose the ability to make good decisions. So I worked in short sessions, an hour at a time. Step away, come back when I could see straight again. With a 1-month deadline, and making YouTube videos, and going to work. The tiles were a different problem. Shiny but flat with some relief, so a different kind of shine than the crystal or the cherries. So I used wet and wet for the smooth gradient, a few precise wet on dry marks where the light catches the edge, just enough to read as hard polished surface without stealing attention from everything else going on. So, 4 weeks, crystal and glass to paint that I can only do an hour at a time. YouTube videos to produce. A job. Well, the painting got done. Little by little, 1 hour at a time, it got done. Time to get into the show. Entering a juried show isn't just sending in any old photo of your painting. You photograph the painting with good light, crop it, de-skew it, fix the exposure, make sure it's the exact right resolution. And usually I have to photograph it several times because there are lighting problems or the camera didn't focus. Because judges are looking at a screen, not the actual work. And a bad photo of a good painting means instant disqualification. I submitted everything and waited. Great news! I got in the contest. I was so excited, but then I had to frame it. Framing involves measuring your painting exactly. You can't get this wrong. And on top of that, if your painting's a little bit skewed, which mine often is, you can be off. You need to make sure that you have the correct inner and outer dimensions of the mat and that the frame is going to fit. One mistake and it's all over. $200 later. Then you place the order and await the shipping confirmation. I waited 2 weeks and I didn't see it. Hello, I'm calling about a mat and frame I ordered a couple of weeks ago for a contest. I haven't received a shipping confirmation and the deadline is going to be here in a week. This was the second time this had happened. Last time it was the matte color. Now I have to call every time because I just don't trust to read the memo that I put on the order. No news is really not good news. They had until August 30th, a Saturday, because Monday was Labor Day. No deliveries that day. In the meantime, it's back to work on more watercolor paintings. Hello? Hi, Marion. How are you? You do? It did? You're kidding me. I can't believe it won an award. Oh, that's great. Oh, thank you so much for telling me. So I've ordered my frame and it's arrived. Framing a painting is a multi-step process. First, you have to cut the painting and hopefully not too much. Put it in the mat and then making sure that the glass is clean, in my case acrylic, insert it into the frame. Now these frames are nice because they're modular and that's why I keep buying them. And finally, put the wire on, get it ready for hanging, and we're off to the gallery.
And the best news, this is a painting that has sold in our show. Congratulations.
If you're thinking about entering an art contest, do it. The deadline alone will push your work farther than you expected. And something surprising might happen. If you have any questions about how I painted this crystal on glass with cherries, let me know in the comments. And the story's not over. Hello? Well, hi, Sherry. You do? What? You want me to be the juror for the Aquaventure competition? Oh my gosh, that's wonderful! Thank you for thinking of me. What an honor!